So the first thing we want to optimize is our title because it's the most important. Now for the title, we want to keep it simple and strategic. Now we have a formula we're going to follow. Pretty much we like our main keyword. This is the highest search volume and the most relevant, should appear at the front of our title. Now, most brands make a mistake on Amazon where they put their brand name at the beginning of our title. For example, even for us, we have our brand name at the beginning of our title. Now, this can be for a variety of reasons. Most categories itself, they will make it so that you put your brand name at the beginning, while some categories let you put a keyword at the beginning. But the issue is, unless you're a big brand, like for example, Lysol, a Dove, a Nike, there's no point in putting your brand name at the beginning because there's such a small search volume for it on Amazon. Like people are not searching for your brand name on Amazon, right? Unless you're a big brand. So there's really no point. So if we're able to put the main keyword at the beginning of our listing, that is much more beneficial in increasing SEO rank because people are searching for these keywords. And it shows that Amazon that this is our most important keyword and our most relevant. It also lets the customer know right away what our product is, right? If our product's men's bathrobes, search men's bathrobes, people will read it, you know? Like I said, nobody cares about your brand name. Sorry, unless you're a big brand. Big brands have a high search volume. You most likely don't. Amazon customers care about many things, the images, the prices, the reviews, but your brand name most likely is not one. Maybe up to this point, maybe down the line when you're doing multiple seven figures and you're established, then it makes sense. Now, the title format we like to follow is your brand name, your top keyword, the one with the highest search volume and the most relevant, supporting keywords that have search volume but are not as important, and then also your product features. This is ideally what we like to do. And ideally, we want it to be under 200 characters with the most important content in the first 80 characters. Because on mobile, the first 80 characters show, and people don't read past the first 200. And to be honest, most likely, people don't read this entire title. They usually just read the first few words and they look at the images, so on and so forth. So this is a perfect opportunity for us to just optimize it fully. Also, some more best practices. We want to avoid keyword stuffing. While people don't necessarily read the title all the time, we don't want it to not make sense with all these keywords all over the place and people can't even read exactly what the product is. So don't keyword stuff. Also, we don't want to drastically change the title all at once. Now, why is this? If we change the title all at once with new keywords, it can really hurt our rank and our sales in the short term because Amazon's algorithm is going to read this as this product is different now. The previous keywords that it was ranked for or it wanted to focus on, we might lose sales for that. And maybe we have a high search volume for that. So we don't want to change it all at once. We want to gradually improve it with new keywords over time. Also, no competitor brand names so we can prevent Amazon flags. I know that competitor brands, some have high search volume, especially the ones doing the most in your category, but we want to avoid this because, for example, if we start doing well, they can go onto our listing and see if they see anywhere that we have their brand name on it, they can flag us to Amazon and Amazon might just take our listing down. So avoid putting your competitor's brand name. Okay, so now I'm gonna craft our title, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to our existing listing and I'm gonna just copy and paste what our current title is looking like, and I'm gonna just add it into over here. So this is our title right now. Now, how can we optimize this? Like I said, the formula we wanted to follow was brand name, top keyword, supporting keywords, plus product features, right? So we can just put this, so we can just put this over here too, just so we know exactly what formula we want to follow. So we have our brand name. Now we want to put our top keyword. So like I said, the most important keyword that we got from this was dressing gowns for women UK, right? While it's not exactly what our product is, that's another thing we want to look for. So example, go back into our sheet and let's go back into, so these are the keywords we highlighted, right? Now, this one, dressing gowns for women UK. See, our product is, it's not exactly a dressing gown, it's a bathrobe. So while this is a good keyword, this is a good keyword to implement elsewhere in our listing. In our title, it might not be our best main keyword because it's not exactly what we're looking for. Dressing gown, for example, but this keyword is women's robes. See how it has a good enough search volume, a relevant of 5, and our product is exactly a women's robes. So what we're gonna do is copy and paste women's robe. I'm gonna take it over here, and I'm gonna just put it right over here. Women's robe. Oops. Also, you can just type it out. Women's robes. So this is our main keyword, right? This is what we want to rank for. When people search for this is exactly what our product is. Now we can put supporting keywords. Like I said, these are the supporting keywords here that our product isn't exactly but it is applicable as our competitors are ranked high for it. So dressing gowns for women UK. So we can just go dressing gowns for women UK. Another one. And then we can also add in one more. So what we don't want to do is we don't want to repeat keywords. You see how here we have a lot of the same keywords, dressing gowns for women, dressing gowns. We don't have to repeat these in our title. If it's dressing gowns for women already, we don't have to add in more because it's not going to do any benefit for us. Instead, we can go back into our sheet and see if exactly there are more keywords that we might can include into our listing. So for example, women's robes, we added women's robes already, right? Yeah, women's robes already added. How about men's robes? Is men's robes somewhere here? Dressing gowns, like I said, dressing gowns. We have robe for women. Robe for women might work because it's a different phrase. It's not exactly what our keyword is. But the issue is the search volume is so low. Like I said, we don't want keywords with low search volume. Women's dressing gown. Dressing gown. I think dressing gown might be a good one. Dressing gowns for women UK. But we already have it here. So this is a constant process of just going back, seeing exactly which keywords you need, and if it makes sense. For this one, I know bathrobes for men and women is also applicable to our product. So, for example, bathrobes for men. This is also what our product is. So I can include bathrobes for men because I know this has a high enough search volume too. So I can go over here, copy and paste, bathrobes for men. Now we have our main keywords. Now what we can do is we can just include the product features. So we have Egyptian cotton, terry toweling, bathrobe, hotel, and like I said, I can get rid of bathrobes for men. So like this is something about ideally what we want our site to look like. We have our brand name, we have our main keyword, we have our supporting keywords, and then we have features of the product down here. Now what we're gonna do is I want to make sure that this is within 200 characters. This pretty much I'm gonna just copy and paste, and I'm gonna take this to our word count. So we can go into word counter over here, copy and paste, 166 characters. So it's below 200 characters. So we know that this will go through. If we want, you can add more keywords, go back into the sheet exactly and see what else you can add that's super relevant. But this is ideally what we want our title to look like.